this event at a world-class facility. Kathy Duve and her team at Main Events, who have been our partners on this fight from the very beginning. Last but certainly not least, the city of Las Vegas, the spiritual home of the biggest events in boxing and the rightful setting for a fight that will change the face of the sport for many years to come. Thank you for coming out today. Saturday night's fight. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Well, it's time to hear from Team Kovalev. And here to start things off for Team Kovalev is the manager for Sergey, Mr. Egis Klimas.
Thank you, Michael, for the introduction. Thank you, everybody, to be here. Media, without you, nobody will know where we're going and what we're doing. So thank you very much, media. Over Main Events, Kathy Duve did a very, very good job bringing us to this stage, to this big fight. MGM, very, very good host. Thank you very much. Appreciate it being here. HBO pay-per-view, showing that ball to the whole audience in America. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Of course, very, very proud to represent one of the best fighters in the world, and hopefully that we're going to see that on Saturday night, who's a pound-for-pound boxer. I hate that trainers, managers, promoters start talking what is going to be and how it's going to be beat each other, because we are the ones who's going to be stepping out of the ring. None of the promoters, none of the managers, none of the trainers can understand what is going to happen in the ring. It's only two warriors who's going to be in the ring. And today we have two best fighters in the world who's going to be showing Saturday night who is a pound-for-pound fighter. Enjoy. Saturday night will bring us, I hope, the best show we've been seeing in the years. Thank you very much.
Grace. Well, like I said, we have two great trainers in opposing camps, and let's bring up the trainer for Sergey Kovalev, a former world champion, Mr. John David Jackson.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see the press here. I want to thank two different groups. First, I want to thank Main Events Promotions. These women in Main Events, plus my man Joe, are truly some of the greatest people in the world. If you want to find a promotional company that treats you fairly, all fighters and across the board, and give you what you deserve in boxing, go see them. Number two, I like to thank all the press that is out here for this event. It's truly wonderful to see some of the people that, with their words, either can help boxing swim or sink. Help a lot. Sometimes some of you don't help us as much as we like to be helped, but it's so grateful I'm so grateful to see that all of you out here, because we need this to keep boxing striving and to keep going forward. It's a wonderful, beautiful sport. Sometimes it's a little get funky, but all in all, it's a wonderful, beautiful sport. I want to thank all of you that came out and write your words down for this wonderful fight. As far as the fight is concerned, both sides said certain things, and all the talk will stop soon. Saturday, when the day gets here, it's two individuals, Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward. When they step in the ring, who walks out, number one, we'll leave that up to them. Two things I just want to talk about. Yesterday, when someone from the press asked about Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward's last fight, much as they answered the way I should have, but I will answer it this way. Does not define the fighter's career. That last fight for both fighters, it was what truly was a tune-up. Doesn't matter who the opponent was, they did what they were supposed to do. They both won convincingly, and to make this fight happen here. So you have to leave it that way. And the report, I can't remember what was asked that, but that's the answer to your question. One fight does not define the fighter's career. Number two is a question that Mr. Hunter asked. And yes, brother, I do respect you. and your fighter and your team. Some things I do say is to get above someone's head, but when it all boils down to it, I do respect these people because they're very good people, wonderful gentlemen, and the whole team is very good. They're very professional. So to answer his question was that in the last fight, it's a two-part question. He said I was there for a week. I would love to tell you that where you got your information from, that information. I was there longer than 2 weeks. Longer than, you said a week, longer than 2 weeks I was there. Longer than 3 weeks. So whoever said I was there for a week, I'm glad they said that. It makes it look like we're a bad team. I love that. To answer your question about the cohesiveness of our team, whatever goes on in camp, whatever this agreement we may have that people say we have, I want you to remember this, all the writers out here. Come fight night, we left the same way that we came in, undefeated, and he wins every fight. He wins the way he's supposed to win it. He does everything that I ask of him. So with that said, I look forward to November 19th. I'll see you there. Thank you very much.
Well, at this time, let's bring up the undefeated, reigning and defending WBA, WBO, IBF, light heavyweight champion of the world from Chelyabinsk, Russia, Dame Gospoda, Sergey Crusher Kovalev.
Hi everybody, I'm very glad to be here. Very nice, really. Maybe even like 2-3 years ago, I didn't can get this level and fight under world undefeated boxer and Olympic champion, gold medalist, and very big respect to him for his success in the pro and the amateur career. It's really great success, but right now we're facing each other, and I should prove that better. And also, I would like to thanks a lot to HBO and personally Peter Nelson, my promoter, Katie Du, and many events promotions, and Egis Klimas, and to my sponsor, Hublot. And also, I really hope that our fight will be very clear and honest to win best of us. Like really, like this fight, very excited and a little nervous because I never was on this level. HBO pay-per-view is the highest level in the pro boxing, and I'm very happy to be here. And welcome to the screens of TVs, November 19th, and T-Mobile Arena. See a very great fight. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Have you any comments from any of this, please?
I think I just want to echo John's comments, amplify on them, to thank all of you for being here. I don't think I have to tell anybody in this room why this is a great fight, or why you should be interested in it, or why you should want to see it. You wouldn't, if you weren't here, you wouldn't be here if you didn't already know that. But we do need you to go out and carry the word out to the rest of the world. This is the fight that, you bring your friend over, the one who likes boxing a little bit but isn't sure. This is the fight that you tell your friend who says, oh, MMA is better than boxing. Get him to come over your house. Come and see this one. Because they're going to make big fans out of a lot of people on Saturday night. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you all.
Okay, you've met the promoters, the trainers, the fighters, and this is a press conference, so do we have any questions?
Hey, what's up, Dre? How you doing, man? I got a question for you, man. In the boxing community, you respected as, one of the best fighters in the game, but, for crossing over, do you feel like this fight is really the fight that's going to help you really cross over and get to that level of, how we respected Tommy Hearns or Sugar Ray? Do you feel like this is that fight to really help you cross over to that popular culture?
Can you hear me? Okay. You keep that. I want to ask him a question. What does that? I mean, what do you mean when you say crossover? Help me understand.
I feel like, in a sense, boxing, and maybe it's because of not even the popularity of it. When you think about the age, you think about the super fights, you think about how we still talk about how great Sugar Ray and how happy it was in those fights. We still talk about them to this day. And that was, do you feel like you've had some great fights, you beat some great opponents, but do you feel like this is the one that's really going to help you leave your mark, and really take that next level of your career?
Yeah, it's definitely one of them, but in boxing, people have short memories. That's why you got to remind them. Yeah, sure.
And another one, I'm dying from Michigan as well. So can you talk about, your relationship with Teresa Shields and, just how fun is that to have her debut in your fight card as well?
She's a beast, period. And I'm just happy that she's getting everything that she's supposed to get. I didn't think it was right the first time around. When I met her, people, the media and a lot of just, sponsors and different things at large kind of act like it didn't happen. But she went and did it again. So that's why they call it two-time. And now I feel like she had to, do twice the work to get the accolades. But hey, sometimes you got to do that. And now I think, everybody's taking notice of who she is, what she possesses, and not just in the ring. She's not just a fighter. She has the look. She has everything to be, she already is a star and will continue to grow as a star. And I'm just happy that she's getting this opportunity, just like I did in my first professional fight on a big card on HBO, for the world to see what she's all about. And they're going to continue to see it. So I'm excited. I'm happy.
Andre, George Willis, New York Post, over here to your left. There you go. Sorry.
Thought he was.
We talked about this a little bit before, but Oakland with the Raiders maybe leaving and the Warriors going to a new arena. How much do you put upon yourself in the Bay Area when it comes to boxing and your brand?
Yeah, I'm not happy about any of that at all. I'm just not, but I understand it. I know Mark Davis and, I know the owners of the Warriors, and it's business. They want to move on and try to make more money and create more revenue, and that's what it boils down to. So I hope the Raiders, no disrespect Las Vegas, but I hope they stay where they are and don't come here because we need them in the Bay Area. We've already dealt with that one time before, when they came to LA. But I'm gonna just continue to do what I'm doing. Whether they leave or whether they stay, I got to continue to do my part in the community. And hopefully, as long as I'm fighting, continue to bring big events to the Bay Area.
Sergey, right here, to your right. Morning. You said that you were a little nervous for this fight. Can you tell us when was the last time you were nervous for a fight?
Every fight for me is a very important fight. Always, it's regular condition. When you have a nervous little bit, it's good. If you never nervous, it's good. It's not good. But I'm in the best shape right now, what I can have before this fight. For this fight.
Andre, over here. The other day we talked about the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, but I'm going to ask you a question about Mayweather and that Conor McGregor deal that's going on now that he called him out. Conor called out Mayweather. Two different disciplines, really, MMA and boxing. Why would it be probably a bad idea for Conor to jump in the...
Because he's fighting the best. He's fighting the best. That's not a good idea at all. Needs to leave that alone. And of course, on the flip side, if Floyd went to the octagon, you go with Conor McGregor. But I mean, I see it. You know, I mean, I respect Conor for, you know, doing it, you know, calling Floyd out. But, you know, I think Floyd has to be careful too because, you know, obviously a lot of this stuff is for publicity.